On November 22nd, 1963, the most powerful man in the world was shot dead in an open car in broad daylight in front of thousands of people. 61 years later, nobody has been able to fully explain how it happened. John F. Kennedy was 46 years old. He was the youngest man ever elected president of the United States. He had been warned specifically not to go to Dallas. His advisors knew the city was hostile, the political atmosphere dangerous. The previous month, the United Nations ambassador had been spat on and struck with a protest sign in Dallas. Kennedy went anyway. The motorcade through Dealey Plaza was supposed to be a goodwill gesture. An open car, slow speed. The president and first lady visible to the crowd. The Secret Service had received specific threats against the president's life in Dallas. The normal protective protocols were relaxed anyway. At 12:30 p.m., the motorcade turned onto Elm Street. 3 shots were fired. The first shot missed. The second shot struck Kennedy in the back of the neck and exited through his throat. Then, according to the Warren Commission, continued and struck Governor Connolly, sitting in front of him, entering his back, exiting his chest, going through his wrist, and lodging in his thigh. 1 bullet, 7 wounds, 2 men. The third shot struck Kennedy in the head. At 12:30 p.m., Jacqueline Kennedy was sitting beside her husband in a pink Chanel suit. At 1 p.m., she was standing in the same suit, now covered in her husband's blood, watching Lyndon Johnson be sworn in as president on Air Force One. She refused to change her clothes. She said she wanted them to see what they had done. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested 70 minutes after the assassination. He denied everything. He never stood trial. 2 days later, while being transferred between police facilities in full view of television cameras and dozens of police officers, Jack Ruby stepped forward and shot him dead. The Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone. The House Select Committee on Assassinations concluded in 1979 that there was probably a conspiracy. Thousands of documents related to the assassination remain classified. The last batch was scheduled for release in 2017 and was delayed again. Some remain classified today. The man who shot the president was shot before he could talk. The documents that might explain why are still locked away. And the question that has haunted America for 61 years has never been answered. Who killed John F. Kennedy? And why? 3-year-old John Kennedy Jr. saluted his father's coffin at the funeral, and the whole world wept. He never knew his father, and neither, in the fullest sense, does anyone else.